The Adventure Fishing World Championship is a new tournament format that combines fishing, strategy, paddling, and navigation, resulting in a true adventure. On Saturday, March 2nd, 2013, teams of 2 anglers set out to reach and catch fish at a minimum of 3 out of 5 eligible checkpoints and return to the start-finish line no later than 5 p.m. Given only a map, the teams received no outside support and had nothing but their skills as watermen to safely bring them home through the tangled network of passages that make up the Everglades' 10,000 islands. The only advice given was, please do not underestimate the extreme difficulty of this event.
Everything is the same shit, and every day of the week I'm heating these codes, just to say I did so. Every level is basic, so every day of the week I sleep with this ghost. Leave me be, leave me be, leave me be. There's a face to the mayhem, and every night I will count the feet it has grown. It's just to say I did so. And if it's empty, I'll straight bet. If I give what I find to the machine, it will go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. We made the noise, and it went like this. We made the noise, and it went like this. We made the noise, and it went like this. We made the noise, and it went like this. I unplug it, it stays lit. A cheap alloy box with half its bolts, but it has a pulse, beat matched and wired to a flashing bulb. A no juke, but it plays hits. The wheel keeps rolling till I jam the spokes. That's just to say I did so. But I will die if I break it. So today I think I will cast a mold. It has control. I'll make a backup copy and just bash his skull.
Billy, I'm not. You gotta do your job, bro.
We're in the Everglades, down below Everglades City, 10,000 islands. We're here to do a little pre-fishing for the Adventure Fishing World Championships.
And opportunity like nothing else to come down here and fish something as pretty as this, as unique as it is, with all the different fish species and this land coverage. It's a whole different thing.
And this area is called 10,000 Islands for a reason. There's literally about 10,000 islands back here. And without some type of GPS or navigation device, it's really easy to get turned around back here because everything looks the same.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing. And I'm hoping that just the local knowledge I have of the particular area as far as being a captain and running power boats through it and stuff, that maybe that'll help out and give me some sort of advantage, because I'm sure that I'm 99% positive that most people that out there that fish are probably better fishermen than I am.
The AFWC is built around an objective basis, whereas you've got 4 or 5 objectives, 5 objectives, and you have to hit 3 of those objectives. So it's not like you can come out here and say, okay, I'm going to my honey hole, my spot, my hole where there's trout, or my flat where there's redfish, or my mangrove overhang where there's snook. These objectives were picked by people who aren't in the tournament. That sets this thing completely apart from any other tournament I've ever been in.
I have a feeling these checkpoints are going to be really far apart, and it's going to take a lot of doing to get from one point to another.
By the time you go up and around islands, there's a lot of endurance involved. Again, tons and tons of strategy.
Tide is everything. So I guess our primary strategy is probably go long early and try and not fight the tide. Now coming back, we're going to be going into the wind a little bit.
The tides are going to control everything because fish tend to eat certain points during the tides. You know, they don't like it when there's a slack tide. And with these tides, I mean, maneuvering a boat's going to be one thing.
Weather is going to dedicate, I mean, it's going to really dictate what's we're going to play by, I think, because this little cold front that's coming through is going to really kind of put them off the feed like what's normal. And we don't have any sun here at all that I can see. So I think something like a real smelly stink bait or something like that, that's just, that fish can find it and then maybe fish it a little bit slower than normal.
There's an abundance of trout out here. So one of our strategies to think about is not to worry too much about these trout. You can almost find them anywhere, but look for the snook and reds.
If you're looking for certain species at certain times, they're going to be up under the mangroves. And a lot of times whenever we're taking people out fishing for the first time, it's the first whole part of the day is teaching them how to get in the mangroves and also how not to be too frustrated with it.
I want to find what the fish are looking for. You know, right now I've got a bait with some scent on it. Hopefully that'll work. If it don't, I'll go to a spoon with some flash. If that don't work, then I'll do that. Once I find a fish, then I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do a lot of moving. I'm gonna find spots that look similar to where I got the fish, and I'm gonna try to set up a pattern.
Yeah, the team format's really interesting because if I'm using something and it's working, we can share that information with Dave, and it seems like it cuts down a lot of like research time. When you're down, you know, fishing by yourself, it's like all on you, but now when you have a teammate, you can kind of share that information, and it definitely helps to be more effective.
I want big fish. I want quality fish. I think everybody's eventually going to get onto small fish. There's going to be a lot of small fish caught. And I don't think the small fish are going to win it for you. I think the guy that gets that one rogue big fish, you know, especially if it's in the one that's got double points, that's what's going to win it for you.
At this particular time, the way that the weather conditions are, it's going to be just to catch fish. I mean, if you get some big fish, that's fine. I think there's one of the checkpoints is double points. So that might come into play. If you catch some small fish, you know, that's still with that double point play coming into, that's something to really consider, especially in these conditions.
Because it's so spread out on what could happen here that doesn't matter how good you are. Even if it's your first time out here, you might be lucky enough to win, you know?
You know, normally from the way I've seen things happen is usually it's somebody that's totally green to the area, first time down, you know, went out, did everything just right and had a great day and smokes everybody, you know, even the locals, so.
It should be a full-on show Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. Somebody will, you know, be crowned the winner if you want to look at it as a crown. But in the uniqueness of the format of the tournament, I think in a way, to me at least, it'll carry a little bit more.
Got a nice speckled trout here, nice yellow mouth on them. Check out the spots on that fish. Florida Everglades fish, that's pretty fine right there. Lively release. Not a bad start whatsoever.
Very good after catching him. I've got, coming out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Michael Etheridge with the Finn Crazy Kayak Fishing Team. We got 3 teams coming down to fish in these Adventure World Championships. We're just happy to be here, loving it. Really happy to catch a snook. Like I said, it's my first one. Just always good to check another species off that list that every kayak fisherman has.
you guys thinking about this morning? What kind of things are on your mind?
Well, we don't know, what the checkpoints are yet. Once we find out, we'll have our strategy and where we think we're going to go according to the tides and the wind, and it's supposed to get windier later. So
I'm ready to get out there and do it, and at the end of the day, we'll just see what's biting, have a good time. I mean, I think our game plan would be to go for a couple trout because it's a little colder, and if the water's not too cold, I'd like to get a couple snook. But at this point,
looking forward to it though, man. This is the first time I ever came down here. So.
We're just going to go that way and try to get a point and start fishing.
You guys nervous?
No, we're here to have fun, man.
You guys, what's your navigation plan today?
Ride the tide out,
We're going to go that way, and then over there, apparently.
We're going to paddle around,
Yeah, I'm just going to ride the tide.
Take the tide out and take the tide back in.
Hopefully there's check spots in between.
Go! The event has begun.
Get it open.
How you guys doing?
We're still looking for our checkpoint. Come on, Rob, let's go back. Check around this corner.
We're at Checkpoint Green. I think we pretty much just about beat the checkpoint here. We got the whole shot out of the bay. We fished a little bit here yesterday, had some really good success here in the immediate area. We wanted to book and get away from the big crowd, and we kind of did that. I think we're about at least a mile ahead of everybody else. So it's time to fish. See ya.
Well, we figured get a fish in the boat as soon as possible. It was the first one that we're passing, so we figured we'd try it. We'd fish for a certain number of minutes so we don't waste too much time. And then if we catch something great, then at least we're on the board. If not, then we'll move on.
I'm just trying to do what I know, just look for ambush points and just score, try to get one in the boat to get off the morning doubt.
The morning dow.
Yep. Get one in the boat no matter what it is. And then you're off and running.
It's always good to get the first fish caught. Kind of anxious till you get that done, but we got it. Nathan hooked it on a jerk shad.
Currently, there were 8 teams checked into this checkpoint, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have checked out, so there's been 6 fish caught. At this time, at this checkpoint, in the lead is team number 31, Nick Dyroff and Justin Ritchie. They are leaving here with an 18.5-inch snook.
Yeah, we were planning on coming here first, but seeing how these currents were ripping, we decided to go over there first. That way we can come right along here, play this current out to the double point checkpoint. We're working our way out there. We're hoping to be there about 11, around noon, spend a few hours out there. We're trying to only spend about an hour per checkpoint. And I mean, we'd like to hit every single one today and try to put something at least 18 inches or more in the boat for every checkpoint. I think that'll add up. That's kind of our strategy right now.
We've got a lot of factors in here today, you know, weather, the tides, calling for some rain this afternoon. It's definitely not easy. If I had to pick a perfect day for a tournament, this might not be the one, but work with what you got.
We're at the black circle checkpoint on your map. It's been a busy morning. We've had, I think, 16 or 17 teams stop by, pick up their token, go out and fish. Most of them have caught fish. We've heard of a couple of good fish, a redfish and a snook.
I just got a 19¼ inch snook. It's not very big, but fish is a fish. And if I get 5 of them, maybe I can win this thing.
We're Team Big Fin, and day's been going pretty awesome so far. We've got nothing but tournament fish. We ended, when we left our first checkpoint, we were 1.5 inches in the lead.
We're just racing the tide right now. It's about to turn, so we're scared to be down this far. So we're gonna get out.
Took us about an hour to get out here, but we made it, and it's nice out. So hope to get a nice red, nice snook out here.
That last trek, I'm a little worn out from that one, but we pedaled about this much yesterday, so I knew what to expect. Yeah, it was pretty sure it was a little over 2 mile paddle. We are at right outside, I believe it's Jack Daniels Key on a little island.
Update of what's going on. Got some heartbreaking news for team number 26 not going to make it, of James and Barb. Not going to make it. Took off to the double checkpoint, the silver checkpoint, way out, right at the edge of the Gulf. Caught a nice fish and got the photograph, but then they lost their token.
I stuck it on the board, measured the fish, put the fish, released the fish, tucked the board, stuck it in the back, never took the token off the board.
Well, we got 22-inch red at the first spot. We were looking good. Had a 16-inch trout here, so we're gonna try to upgrade a little bit. Yeah, that's tournament fishing though. It's always something fun.
Yeah, things have gotten a lot better as far as fishing. You know, earlier today, fish weren't biting, and you know, folks were complaining it was really windy. And now, in the last hour, you know, this is the farthest out checkpoint, so they're hanging out here because they realize that there's fish out here. A guy a while ago said he caught a 25-inch red. Trout are biting out here. Somebody caught a 20-inch snook a while ago. So out here, we get double points. You take that, you double it up, and it's going to put them in a good running, and it's getting pretty interesting.
Gotta help me, buddy. Feel the line. Feel the line. Get it out from the rudder.
Trying, man.
You got him?
Yeah, you're clear. Come here, Billy.
Billy,
What?
I'm not. You gotta do your job, bro.
What the fuck do you mean, dude?
You gotta net the fish.
Easier said than done.
Oh.
How's this for drama?
See my line?
Yeah.
Trying to get in the woods. First shot.
Oh, you got it. Fucking good.
He's on your foot.
What?
Woo! That was pretty wild, wasn't it? And everything that could go wrong went wrong, including me getting hooked. Wow. Well, I think we're going to call it this checkpoint over with.
Yes, my man. God, I was in socks. This mud sucked the shoes right off my feet. Good deal.
That's a bit of adventure right there, huh?
Yeah.
I started with the cast into the tree.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
These oysters really lovely.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Pretty. Water. Take it. Right on your mouth. That couldn't work out.
By the age of 10, my imagination, the tree, it lost its leaves.
Come on, you got 2 minutes. Come on, battle.
No, I didn't.
Johnny, you think they're gonna make it?
I think everybody who's here is here, and the results are in.
You got fish? Yeah. You got 30 seconds to get up to the line. Actually, you got 38 seconds.
Come on, George. Come on, 38 seconds.
Oh, my legs. Go, go, go. Get on up there. Get on up there.
Come on, George.
He's shaking too, baby.
Come on, George. Come on, George.
Yeah, flying tipped and all. Woo.
Come on, George. Is that close enough?
They're in line with 10 seconds to stretch.
Woo!
Nice.
Woo!
Zip her up. Yeah, we made it.
Woo! Man. What day is it? God.
Again, I want to thank all the sponsors, Watershed Dry Bags, the Kayak Fishing Store, Kokatat, Smith Sunglasses, and of course, Native Watercraft. Let's hear it for William. Alright, so let's get into some stats here. So, Team Rolling Tide coming in 10 seconds before the final bell. Scott Harper, Jorge Cancel. Thank you. I saw you guys down the bay and I was like, no way, they're not gonna make it. 3 minutes passed, I'm like, oh God, they could make it. And then somehow you guys made it. There'll never be a finish like that again. Maybe there will, but that was awesome. Totaling 86 inches in fish. Team Big Fin, Nick Charles and Justin Ritchie.
I'm wearing this the rest of the night.
Congrats, guys. Coming in 3rd place, team number 14, Real Naughty, Lonnie Reed and Kelly Reed. Come on out, Naughty. Trout across the board for this team. Craig Dye and Tyler Bean, brokers-in-law. Okay, now, for our champion of the first annual Adventure Fishing World Championships, this team caught the biggest fish at the silver checkpoint, a 28.5-inch snook. This team caught the biggest fish at blue with a 25-inch red. This team caught the biggest fish at yellow/black, another 25-inch red. This team caught the biggest fish at checkpoint 2, green, a 27.5-inch snook. And a drum roll, everybody. Winning big with 152 total inches of fish. Fishing the Flats, Mike McDonald and Bill Maxwell.
Awesome. Didn't expect that.
Let's hear it for these guys. they absolutely crushed it. 5 checkpoints, paddled over 20 miles today, probably up in the 25-mile range, still managed to catch 152 inches of fish.
Felt like 40 miles.
Coming out, I think we really proved what you can do in a kayak. No one has ever seen anything like this ever done in a kayak. So give everybody here a big round of applause for yourself.